Let's go out to our Laurie Perez, who is out there live in Pacific Palisades along PCH. Laurie, what can you tell us? The wind really blowing out there.
Absolutely, and we're actually in Malibu, just north of Pacific Palisades, and we've been here several times today. I want to show you a picture that I took at 4:30 this afternoon. I did a live shot here and snapped a picture when we were here. And see this building? I was remarking on how I was surprised because there were some people standing on a patio in that building, and you can see how close the flames were to that building. Well, take a look at that building now. That building is gone. I can only hope and pray that those people got out safely. Hopefully they did. But this neighborhood here, we are just around the corner from the Getty Villa. This neighborhood, we have now seen at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 homes burn tonight, including in just the last half hour, we saw 2 more catch fire. That's how quickly these flames are spreading. You know, Mike was just mentioning about how they have grounded the helicopters. And when we were driving here, we saw some up and we were remarking how we were surprised they were still up because the winds are just so fierce. I understand that they want to try and get as much of a view as they can of all of the fires that are expanding, particularly around Pacific Palisades. But with this kind of wind, you can understand why they are not up there. Again, in this neighborhood, we spoke with a gentleman this afternoon at about 4:30. He told us he was watching some other houses in the neighborhood burn, but he was confident because of the number of firefighters and engines in the neighborhood that his house would be okay. I'm not sure that I can tell him that it is okay. I'm pretty sure that we are watching as his house has now caught fire, unfortunately. But he was a good guy, and he was remarking that the most important things to save, of course, were with him. Let's listen to what he said.
I'm happy to see that it's still there. These guys are incredible that are going by. It's been amazing to see how many firemen have gone by from all over the state. I just feel horrible for these houses that they weren't able to save. A couple hours ago, we evacuated from there to here, PCH, as you can see, and there's fingers crossed.
Yeah, a lot of people have their fingers crossed tonight. One of the, eeriest things that we're witnessing here is the sound of these fires. You can hear the explosions, you can hear the crackling. And it's just, that's not good. There's so much happening in Pacific Palisades and in Malibu tonight, a lot to be taken care of and a lot to handle for fire crews, as he said, who we have seen from all over, from CAL FIRE and engines from all over the state who have rushed here to help in this incredible fight tonight. Guys, back to you.
It's amazing, Laurie, when you think about it, and this is the first time that we've actually, you talked about the number of firefighters that are going to be busy. We haven't seen a recall since 19 years, according to a spokesperson from LAFD. They're asking any firefighter who is watching our broadcast, listening, gets word, if they can fight a fire, to actually join in the effort. And that was before we found out about the Eaton fire that is burning in the San Gabriel Valley.
Yes.
So there's so much. Yes, go ahead.
And I was just going to say, we've been remarking a lot about how we've been here in recent weeks and months with the fires that were just recently here. But I was reminded of being here. I met so many wonderful people that I was reaching out to tonight when there was the flooding that was here not so long ago. And so many neighborhoods that were affected by massive landslides and earth movement. And that was not so long ago. And that was devastating to businesses and to people. And so Malibu's been through it. Malibu and Pacific Palisades, these last few years, they have had some issues, and you have to think of them and the trauma that goes through a community, not only for the people who, of course, who lose their homes or, even worse, who are hurt or who lose loved ones, but it is traumatic to a community to be put through these intense kind of situations, even when they don't lose anything. It's a lot to deal with for children and families and anyone living in these communities to endure these kinds of things that are happening, it seems, so often.